Good morning, fat burners. Welcome to day one of your fat burning challenge. Today I really want to, just clarify how to lose weight. So I just really want to dive really deep into metabolism and kind of just squash some old beliefs and just get really clear on how your metabolism works. So to start with, we tend to focus on this one or linear model of calories in, calories out equals whether you lose weight or not. So if you're not losing weight, then the way that feels is you must be lazy or eat too much. And that's quite often what you'll be told if you would say to go to a doctor, a dietitian. If you Googled how to lose weight, it would say cut calories, do more exercise. But I know for a lot of you, you do that, and some of them I speak to hardly anything at all, yet they still can't budge the weight. So we know that that's not the case. And I want to propose, this two-tier system, and it is a little bit more complicated than that, but I'm going to oversimplify it and just kind of explain a little bit more about metabolism. So with metabolism, there's different fuels that your body can use. So it's not just simple calories in, calories out. And the fuel that your body uses is used in the mitochondria, which is within your cells. There's little mitochondria that use the fuel to produce energy. And it's a little bit like a fire. You can use different fuels on a fire the same way that your body can use different fuels. For simplicity's sake, we're going to stick with the two main fuels today. And just like a fire, you can put these different fuels on the fire with different outcomes. So if you were to go camping and you were to put, say, some paper on the fire, that would be a fantastic way to get a fire started. As you could appreciate, that would ignite the flame very quickly. So like your body, when you're burning glucose, you will have some really quick energy. But also like the paper, it's not going to last very long. So you put paper on the fire, it burns with a really quick flame, and then it goes out. And that's what glucose is like as well. So you can store about 2,000 calories of glucose in the body, in your muscles and your liver in the form of glycogen. So it's really not much, and at the end of the day, basically what happens is it gets used very quickly. So then you get hungry, you might get tired, might get a headache or feel a bit nauseous, and that's the cue that you need to store again or fill up again. But then you've also got fat as your fuel source, which is what we're wanting to burn. And fat metabolism is very different. It's a little bit more like a log on a fire. And if you went camping and put some really big fat logs on the fire, it might take a little while to warm up. But once it's going, what happens is you've got a fuel that's going to last a really long time, and that's kind of what your fat is like as well. Once your fat is burning, you've got this fuel that lasts forever. You've got so much energy, and then weight loss actually becomes easy as well. It just kind of falls off. So we've got two totally different fuels, and that's where we this old model has kind of got us a bit confused. And in actual fact, if we were to separate and go, you're a fat burner or you're a sugar burner, a glucose burner, because glucose is sugar in the blood, then what happens is we focus on, say, cutting calories and exercising, but all we're doing is reducing our glucose stores, and then they get low, and then you get hungry, or you get tired, or you get lightheaded. And then what happens is if you're dieting, then you still don't eat, and that stays low, and the body's just getting the message there's not enough fuel. And your body's not designed for weight loss. Your body's designed to keep you alive. So what it does is it slows down your metabolism to make the limited fuel last longer. And that's where, for a lot of you might have been dieting through, say, your 20s and 30s, and then you sort of hit a point where nothing seems to work anymore, and that's because the metabolism's slowed down, and now you can go back to what you were doing, and you have to eat even less to just maintain weight as opposed to losing weight. So we're wanting to speed that metabolism back up again, and we're also wanting to get the body to burn fat, not glucose. And I'll talk more about that tomorrow, because that's very hormone driven, burning fat. So I'll go into that a little bit more tomorrow. But today I really want to talk about the two different fuel source and how you can be a sugar burner or a glucose burner, and you can be a fat burner. And one really simple really oversimplified way of looking at it is the food that the dietary food that you're burning is actually what your body gets good at burning, and therefore is going to burn within the body as well. So as an example, if you're a sugar burner or you're a glucose burner, then that's what the body's going to burn. If you're eating sugar, then that's what your body is practiced at, that's what it's going to burn within the body. If you eat dietary fat, then what your body gets good at burning is fat within the body as well. So fat also, because it's quite calorie dense, speeds up the metabolism, because the body goes, there's lots of fuel, there's lots of calories here, so it speeds it up so that you can burn that fat. So good fats are things like olive oil, coconut oil, butter, avocados, salmon, really good quality grass-fed meats. These are all different good quality fats. So what I want you to do today, that's today's video, that's day one, looking at metabolism. Comment below with what change you're going to make today to shift your body into more of a fat burning state, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.